right, we are on. Hello, everybody on the chat. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you guys doing over there? How's Australia going?
Yeah, hi Lisa. Hi everyone. Yes, big hugs from Jazzy. Look, I think we're going great. I'm just I haven't been watching much. So I do follow one guy in Australia, FCB. I really like what he does. Um, and I think I sent you some messages last night that he actually got told to go dark for 7 days and was contacted by someone higher up in the White Hats and given a few, because he does the number 17 decoding, and he
It
was
looks
like,
like he's on track, huh?
he's on track, and they're going, but what we want is for people to actually be feeling very empowered, that know what's going on, be feeling uplifted, be feeling positive. So he's actually been asked to focus, like he already did a lot of shows, like a little bit like this one where we keep it high vibing and all of that sort of stuff, and getting people to trust their intuition and just stay in that beautiful space. And so he was told, try and do that a lot more with people. So yeah, so that was really interesting to actually, that's the only thing that I've sort of noticed for me in Australia, because I just ignore everything else anyway.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that
Yeah.
was interesting.
Yeah, over here, I'm trying to think if I've seen anything major. Just no, I think the only thing I have is that I got my linen sheets and
Oh,
yeah, and I'm washing them right now, and tonight will be my first night using them. I do feel like um, they feel like sandpaper on my linen for me, for my body and my skin. It's very
rough.
yeah. So I'm gonna try it, but I don't know. It'll get better. I will put it out there. It's just gonna get better. Yeah.
It's an adventure.
Yeah.
A Linen Adventure by
Yeah.
Elisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine sleeping in linen sheets. I'm going to be really interested to see how, if you can sleep or if you really notice it. Yeah, or if you
Yeah.
wake up with chafing.
Well, people swear by it in this
Okay.
Cultivate Elevate chat. Everybody's like, "Oh, once I got linen sheets, I slept through the night." I'm like, "Okay, all right, we're gonna try this."
I think you're very brave, and I'll wait for your anecdotal evidence to come through before I commit to
Yeah, I
linen
mean, if
sheets.
it's such high energy, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to see. I mean, I'm hoping that the mattress itself doesn't have wool because it will cancel the
Okay.
linen.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's a
Oh,
Tempur-Pedic, so I don't think it has wool of any kind.
no. Well, I'm going to be intrigued. And have you been wearing your linen? This one's linen that I've got on this morning. As you can see, it's a bit ruffled. But you've been wearing your linen still?
Well, yeah, I kind of. I
Yeah.
mean, I spend half the day in pickleball clothes, and so it's a lot of the time I spend in the crappy clothes.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to like just take a shower and put the linen on as much as I can. The problem is later on I go to work out at the gym, so then I have to change. It's I
Yeah.
try, but it's because of my schedule and what I do. It's hard to stay with the linen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, at
but
least you're having a
but I
go. I
try.
think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I try
Yeah.
as much as I can. It's just my lifestyle makes it difficult to be with linen all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, does that mean then you need linen underwear as well to make it
So I
work?
did. I looked up.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm not using linen as underwear. Screw
no.
that. So I went with organic cotton. And
Okay.
so I found organic cotton on Amazon underwear.
Yep.
So I ordered that. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I love
Yeah,
it. I love these
yeah,
experiments.
I know. So,
So cool.
so yeah, that's what's new with me. And then, like I was telling you, I didn't get a new cat. Somebody brought me a cat that they have, because the cat was depressed because his best friend died, and they wanted to see if Andy would take to him. But right now, really, that's not happening. So I'm dealing with that.
Yes, and that can be
So,
stressful, being mama to 2 cats.
yeah, absolutely. They're both very needy. The one that they brought is a sweet cat, but he's very needy because his best friend is gone, and now he's like lost. So yeah. Anyway.
But it's worth a try, isn't it? Just to see if they get on. But if it doesn't work, then it's okay. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's not working out.
Yes.
So okay. I was gonna answer Amy's question about hemp. And I think so Teresa was saying last week, she said hemp was a no.
No, I don't.
I
think
thought
so,
it was the
because
opposite.
they didn't do any studies on hemp, did they? Is that because I asked about hemp because I thought it would be amazing?
Yeah,
but didn't you
and
say
the card
they
said
didn't
no?
do any studies? No, the cards wouldn't have said no. I just So I mean, I'll check.
I thought the card said yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Let me just check the kinesiology. Hold on, let me just tune in.
Yeah, because I thought the cards had said yes, that hemp was a good one.
Yeah, it's coming up. I asked if there was a frequency of 0 to 10, and 10 being the highest. Where would hemp be on it? About 9. So yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah.
So no, hemp's okay, Teresa. Yeah. Bamboo. Yes, you're right. It was bamboo, because I remember because I was surprised that the bamboo.
It was bamboo.
Positive on that group.
Yeah. Bamboo was a no. Yes.
Yep.
And that one I don't understand. I still haven't heard back from the guy.
I don't understand that either.
Why? Why?
Yeah. Why would bamboo be not positive?
All I know is my feet are dry after pickleball, and I use them. I don't care, at least for pickleball.
I think that's life, isn't it? You just got to do what's right for you and what works and what makes your body comfortable and your life flow.
Yeah.
And if bamboo works,
and bamboo is so soft.
I know.
It's so soft. It's the opposite of linen.
It's beautiful. I've got beautiful bamboo singlets and like all sorts of like stuff. Yeah, I really like bamboo.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't understand.
Yes.
But,
so
whatever. We can ask about this. We can ask about how about bamboo for cutting boards and spoons.
Yeah, and toothbrushes, because I had a bamboo toothbrush as well. So interesting. Yeah. It's interesting because I was saying last week, remember it's just not promoted much, is it? It's like things like that have been put in the closet. People don't talk about like bamboo cutting boards and spoons, but it's really positive, because when you get the 2 of cups, that's a really nice relationship with things like that. So that one's hot. Why you want to come out? You want to come out? Yeah. So the Page of Cups, we are being offered something, but it's not being promoted. The only problem with cotton is when it's not organic, they use a lot of pesticides on cotton. And whereas with hemp, you don't need to use pesticides. It's got its own natural antibug.
Wow.
So this is the difference. And I know with hemp that they said you can plant a whole area with hemp. It will take all the toxins and all the pesticides out of the ground. You throw that, and then you can start growing all, your organic hemp. So pretty amazing stuff. So I'm all for hemp, Amy.
Yes, me too.
And bamboo. Well, bamboo is the same. Yeah, I'd love to hear what your guy has to say about what they found with the bamboo and why. Yeah.
I haven't heard back.
Yeah.
It's on TikTok, so maybe I need to go back to TikTok to see if he replied.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Maree says she used a bamboo toothbrush as well. Yeah, I did for a while, and then I lost it. But yeah, I used one for ages as well. Yeah. So no, they're fine. I'd say that using them as utensils is fine.
So
better than plastic, right?
Maya was saying that the material needs a lot of procedure and chemicals.
I was wondering if that's the reason why, because it's quite hard, isn't it? Bamboo's quite a hard fiber
Yeah.
when it's growing. So if that's the reason, then that would make sense. But the
Yeah.
actual bamboo itself,
Yeah.
I guess it depends how it's actually processed.
Yeah.
Like everything, isn't it? Really, what's in it, how's it processed? So that,
Yeah.
so that could actually be the reason why it's coming up like that.
She meant the bamboo fabrics. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a great question from Kibu.
Yeah.
So is ashwagandha supplements really help with stress?
Ashwagandha. I've never used ashwagandha. Have you tried that one at all,
Yeah.
Elisa? You have?
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
there another name for it?
No.
It's ashwagandha. Okay. I was just wondering if there was like a generic name.
Yeah, no. Now I'm taking Shilajit because that's what the Cultivate Elevate guy was saying.
Okay.
As a multivitamin. It's a resin. It's a resin that comes from the Himalayas up in the mountains, up high in the mountains.
Wow.
And it has like every mineral that exists or something. I don't know.
Oh, so is it like the Himalayan salt where it has all the minerals in it? Oh no,
I don't know.
Yeah. And even spirulina, some spirulinas have got every single vitamin in them except for vitamin C. So that's a pretty amazing supplement if you're needing things as well. Okay, let's check into ashwagandha and see what our cards say. And I know nothing about it, so this is going to be completely what comes from the cards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stress. Well, we've got our temperance card, so it feels positive. Temperance can also mean that it might take a little while to kick in and work, like within the body. I don't know if
that's why I stopped using it.
So, and the 7 of Cups, so some people it might not work for. All right, so because it takes a little bit of time by that card there. That's always my patience card, and it just may not work for some people. But for some people, it'll be great because that King of Wands is there. So I think that's a personal thing, Kibu.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that swears by it. That's why I started.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a friend that's sworn by some amazing things, and I've got them and tried them and gone, no, I don't like this. It gives me indigestion, whereas for her, it worked beautifully. So just depends on your makeup.
Yeah.
If it works, use it.
Yeah.
Everyone's so individual.
There was a supplement called GABA, GABA, GABA.
Yeah.
And I took it and I was like, okay, this feels good. It was working. And one day there was like the end of the bag. And I'm like, oh, this is the new cat. And
what's his name?
Halo, Halo, Halo.
Oh, hello, Halo.
So
beautiful.
So I took it. Oh my God, Maree, I went to work and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I am not feeling well. Because I'm thinking this is a supplement, whatever. I'll just drink whatever's left in the bag, right?
Yep.
And because I've never taken lots of supplement and something happened, so I literally had to go and lay down in my car. I had never, ever done that. And I was like, why am I feeling like this? And I was like, the GABA.
Yeah.
So I think GABA really works. That's the first time I've seen a supplement
and I think
my butt.
Is it GABA that helps with if people have got addictions to things? Is it GABA that actually can help with that as well?
I don't know.
So I haven't taken it, but I've heard about it. So, well, this is it, isn't it? And everyone responds so differently. Some people are really sensitive to some things, and others doesn't even touch. So it's fascinating.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Kibbo, if it works for you, my love, stay on it.
Yeah.
So.
And if it doesn't, try GABA or 5-HTP. What I would take every day was 5-HTP.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard of that as well, but I haven't used that either. So it's whatever works.
Yeah.
So
that's another one that you can try if ashwagandha doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Okay.
So this is something that I saw, and it's something that I'm surprised we haven't talked about. No. Sorry.
You got a cat farm.
I know he's trying to paw the bed. the moon, is it an
Yeah.
alien spacecraft? Is it a spacecraft? Is it a satellite, right? Is it
Yeah.
hollow inside? So I wanted to ask all these questions. I went back to see if any of our shows we had done the moon, and we had, but it was about landing in the moon and all the conspiracy theories around the landing on the moon, but we never, as far as I can remember, talked about this part.
I think we had a couple of questions come up on it, but it was a long time ago, and it was really iffy because there was okay, for example, I've seen two moons. I've actually seen two moons. It was a full moon one night years ago, and my friends and I were just standing at my gate because I had a property, and I was looking up going, there's two moons. And I was talking to my friend next to me about it, and she was going, oh my God, there's two moons. I'm going, I know. And my other friend had been talking to someone else behind us, hadn't heard us. She turned around and looked up and went, there's two moons. The friend she was talking to went, don't be so stupid, there's only one moon. So, and then the next day there was a photograph of two moons in the paper. It was crazy. And I asked, I was tuning into it, and I asked Alexis, my transference healing teacher, and I said, what is that about? And she went, that's because in our psyche, when we're actually activated and seeing more, you can see what was there as well. It's like a part of it. It's another dimension. It's as well. So to me, there's been more than one moon in our world per se. And I saw it again, Elisa, probably only about 3 weeks ago. It was like a crescent moon. And I looked up and went, oh my God, it's happening again. There's two moons. So it's something, yeah.
So
I don't know if
we have
anyone
two
else has
moons?
seen that.
Do we have two moons, or is that a glitch in the dome or in the matrix?
Well,
because I know that they're taking the dome down.
Yeah, but it was quite a few years ago when I was living at Tambourine. So how long ago was that? Probably 13, 14 years ago that happened where I was living. So I feel it's maybe like a crossover of dimensions, timelines, and as I was told, our psyche is actually can see things when we have an opening within our psyche itself. So, and I've seen, I don't know about you guys, but I have seen clouds behind the moon. Has anyone else seen that? And again, that happened to me probably a good 9 years ago, the first time I've seen it. So, yeah, but these are the sorts of things you got to look for. See, I love being outside at night, just looking at the sky. And I had a friend with me again. I just moved into this place, and he'd helped me. And we were sitting outside, and I was going, oh, the clouds are behind the moon. Have a look. And he's going, don't be so stupid. Anyway, he had a look, and he went, oh my God, the clouds are behind the moon.
A glitch in the that's got to be a glitch in the matrix.
I know.
That's got to be.
There's something going on, right, when that happens. But it was so clear and so obvious.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my personal experience with the moon. So I think there's been a couple of moons as well, like different. And my friend asked me this same friend about 12 years ago. She said, Maree, can you just tune into the moon? And I went, okay, I tuned in. I went, oh, hang on. There's conveyor belts. There's people on it, like going through rocks and things. Like, what is going on? And they're inside the moon. And she went, thanks. And it was just an instant thing. So I actually feel that one of the moons has actually had some sort of life forms on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was my own personal experience.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So have you had anything like that happen, Elisa?
No.
No. I know.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking about it, and I can't think of any time where I saw either two suns, or because I've seen the pictures for the two suns as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So, look, I personally, I feel there might have been two types of moons. Like we could have had two moons in other timelines and other, whatever realms, dimensions.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to ask first?
Well, is the moon that we see every night
Yeah.
an alien spacecraft?
Okay.
Almost like the Death Star on Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the Death Star, it's almost like its own,
Its own
like, I don't know,
thing.
planetary ship. Looks like a
Yeah.
planet, but it's
Okay, this is interesting. So we've got the world card. So this is obviously incorporating the whole world. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that actually does bring a message through, but it's been done gently. And then we've got our King of Swords, and he's someone that speaks truth but tells a story. So I'm feeling that at some point, and then the Queen of Swords as well. So I'm feeling that at some point, there could have been, it could have been actually a what do you call it, a giant spaceship. So yeah, there could be
okay.
an aspect to it. So remember how I said I've seen two moons? That could be one aspect of it. And
Yep.
who,
Yeah, so
who
that
knows?
then so that moon that we see that is an alien spacecraft, was it brought here into its current location so that it's stuck to the earth? That's a yes. Okay. 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 So is there another moon separate from that alien spacecraft?
Yeah. Okay.
Since you saw two of them,
yeah.
trying to understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and when I saw it again, though, just a few weeks ago, I went, yeah, this is weird. I was doing this and doing that and then looking at it, and it was pretty weird. So it was obviously telling me something. All right. So let's just see if there. Yeah. Looks like one of them was killed off, because that Ten of Swords is something's finished. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Five of Swords. So this is like, when there's change going on, and it's, using words and all that sort of stuff. But there was it looks like the Seven of Wands to me is when you're fighting to keep your rights and you're fighting to keep something correct. So I reckon that it looks like there was a bit of a war of the worlds going on with that moon over time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I sort of didn't expect this. It was like, okay. So
Yeah.
so for me that's saying, look, there's definitely been something going on that with the moon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Maple Tree wants to know if it belongs to the Galactic Federation of Worlds.
Oh, let's have a look. Okay. So did they? I guess is Maple Tree asking? Did they put it there? Did they actually have it there? Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was created by now I don't remember if it was the Anunnaki or if it was the Dracos. I don't remember.
Yeah. So it looks, I don't feel that it belongs to them per se, because that Four of Cups has come up. It's offering something. It's like, no. And then we've got the Five of Wands, which is actions being taken to change something. So and as this always happens, I was just getting, so what I was feeling and seeing was that maybe they've taken it over, so they're actually in control of it. So that Ace of Wands has actually come up.
And that's my understanding right now, that
okay.
it was the bad guys.
Yeah.
And that the GFW had taken over it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
because it was being used for slavery, for human slaves.
It's so interesting, because when I looked inside the moon and did a psychic connection with it, I actually felt like, oh, these poor people, imagine sitting there having to do that, work within the moon itself. And whereas Michelle I just noticed was saying the moon was a satellite and hollow. It felt like it was hollow to me when I looked in it, and it shocked me because I'd never done this before. And my friend just casually said, just have a look at the moon for me. And I went, whoa.
Yep.
So there's definitely been something going on in it. Whether there was also a plasma moon that, was just, who knows? But there's definitely been more than one moon.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
let's see. And I think kind of answer this. Is there a dark side of the moon? Meaning food? Meaning food? Oh, maybe good and bad. Or is it a good thing? So yeah, so the dark side of the moon, I mean, obviously, I think, like you said with the cards, is saying like there's been a battle and now it's been taken over by the good guys. Okay.
Yeah, and guess what card came up then was the moon card when something's out of place. And look at that, it looks like there's two moons. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh my God.
And I was actually just thinking, I wonder if there was like a plasma moon that they hid the satellite, you know, this behind it or something, because also they say when you look at the moon, the, you know, the good side of the moon, not what they call the dark side, it actually reflects the continents of Earth on it. That's the actual patterning, what we see of the actual moon. So that was just coming to me, and then the moon card came up. So interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. All right. Okay. Okay. Yes. So this is the next question from Solis Cosmos. I've seen more crafts in the sky lately. Is there a reason for this? Is the veil thinner on the planet?
Okay. So Solis, I think it was a few weeks ago, we got Jasper to do a check-in to see what was happening energetically and frequency-wise. And then he got me to just step back a little bit as I was tuned in. And it was like there were craft everywhere watching us. They're here to support us. They were sending light, love, unbelievable feeling. And so, yeah, there are more craft. Some of them, though, remember, have been made by humans. They got the technology reverse engineered and then and made them. So the ones, if you're seeing a lot of them, I would say they're probably the human ones. But on an energetic level, you can see them. I've had a cloud. I felt the craft, and I was tuning into this one cloud. It was like about 6 o'clock at night, just getting dark. And I said, I can feel you. I know what you are. And I said, show me if you actually are a craft. Within 3 seconds, that cloud had twirled and disappeared. The whole cloud went. So, you know, so I feel they're still masking themselves, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you're seeing them in actuality, they'd be the human-made ones.
Yeah.
So, and yes, the veil is definitely thinner. Definitely, because we've raised our frequency. So some people will see more craft than others because they've got a higher, finer vibration and they can tune into it more. And some people don't even look. Some people, what is it? Just don't look up. What was that movie? Some people just
don't look up. Yeah. Yep.
So
okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Another moon question. Can the moon actually cleanse crystals since we now know it's fake?
Okay. So Teresa, great question. What do you think, Elisa?
Well, if you don't know that, if you don't know the moon is fake and you think it does clear your crystals, then I think it would, because you create your reality. but because now you know it's fake, now it's going to be like,
yeah,
it might not.
I mean, there's still energy, like when it's a full moon and you can feel that energy, there's definitely something coming through. So whether there's a plasma, you know, energy that's coming from it, and there's definitely been a shift. And it was probably about three or 4 years ago, I really felt a big shift in moon energy, and it felt more positive. There, you know, I just didn't feel as there was a lot of fights. I mean, full moons, we would have a lot of people like go a bit cray in the hospital system. It was amazing, like what would go on in a full moon.
It affects us for sure. It sure affects us.
But I feel that settled. So that 4 of Wands is actually saying that. So exactly what Elisa was saying, our intention's powerful. But there's also, I feel, some light coming through from that plasma aspect of it. That could it definitely holds an energy, but the old one's gone. That 10 of Swords has come up again. So it's different. Yeah, it's different. The World cards come up. So I like Elisa's explanation with that too.
Yeah. Okay. And then Try just said, was it destroyed when Tiamat, the lost planet, was destroyed?
Oh, I don't know. Have you heard of Tiamat?
I have heard that word before.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one. Let's
I just can't place where I've heard it or what it was.
I'll just see if there's any correlation triangle with. I'll just see what the cards say as far as any correlation with that. Interesting. Yeah, I think there could have been a timing correlation because we've got our Queen of Wands, and to me, she's someone that's very like brutal integrity. She's got, you know, the intuition. She's an action sort of queen. Then we've got the Hierophant, who's someone that controls situations and has a lot of authority over people. So yeah, it looks like it could have been around a similar time because that Eight of Pentacles is about something's been worked on. So that's probably what I'm getting from those cards, is that it could have been around a similar time frame.
Okay. Very possible then. Does the moon have a spirit now because it is used in astrology?
Interesting. Well, I suppose back outside the box, I guess, again, everything that's given attention becomes an intention. So, and the moon would have held some sort of frequency. Even an innate object holds frequency and has a has a energy
consciousness.
Yeah. So look, I still feel it sort of can affect people and does have some sort of pull on people. Or I know for me, sometimes I can really feel the energy when it's a full moon now. It's like, oh, so there's something definitely coming through from it and with its consciousness.
Yeah, I agree. I feel a peacefulness with it.
Yes, much more peaceful than it used to be. That's how I feel about it. So, yeah. And let's just see if the cards can say something here. Yeah, so the Page of Cups. So this is offering something, but it's done in a very soft way. And interesting because that fish, remember, it's about meditation and it's about spirituality. So what it does do is a lot of people will stop and meditate and do some inner reflecting and let go of old things or, create new things. So maybe the moon is simply that timer for people to actually remember to do that. So that could be what that Page of Cups is about as well with the moon.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Whoa, what was that?
That's just a truck.
Oh,
I've got used to it now. They're building a new house down at the end on the water, and it's a cul-de-sac. So these trucks come past. See, I just have tuned out to them.
You're like, what? I don't hear nothing.
That's it.
Okay, so Elias has a question, but I'm going to wait to see if there isn't anything else before I take that question. That have to do with the moon. Okay, so is an eclipse more like a door opening between two dimensions?
Yeah, maple tree. I see an eclipse where it's almost like you can actually feel the increase in energy because of the consciousness is coming together, like the energy coming together more than anything. It's just it's a lineup, so it changes frequency. But yeah, you could see it probably as a door between dimensions with that energy. So because the eclipse season, it definitely shifts stuff for people. I know that. So there's definitely something. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. It really makes people look at their reality. What's going on in my life? Because it does. It triggers things for people. So yeah, so it could be making it easier for people to actually experience the dimensions.
Okay. All right. Very interesting. Great question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Solai's question since it sparked off conversation in the chat. So
That's going on. Okay.
okay, so a little bit of topic. I saw my first light orb and wondered what that is or means. It was a white bluish light and it was beautiful and very small.
Yeah. Wow. So Celeste, that's beautiful. I love orbs. I've seen a lot of orbs in my life, and so it'd be really interesting to know what you think it means, because often, we have our own interpretation of what an orb means. To me, it's usually a beautiful little energy spirit. It can be loved ones that are showing that they're with us. I've got photos of me, especially when I'm like traveling, or when I used to just win an award and I was really happy because that meant I had extra money and I could go off to do my mystery school. I had photos of me with orbs all around me, completely covered in these orbs. And no one else had photos like that. And the same thing happened when I was traveling in the UK. And I knew I'd met someone that was like a soul friend or a soulmate for the first time. It was a random friend that came in when we were at this beautiful pub on the water. And we just connected, and I went, I know this person. There were orbs everywhere in the photo. So to me, it really is. To me, it's almost like my little soul family are coming through, or my angelic little family are showing me, hey, we're with you. This is an important moment. So that's what it means to me. So it'd be really interesting to see what it actually means for you. Because I'd look at the photos and go, oh, wow, I had no idea. So it's very personal, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever had orbs in your photos?
Maybe a couple, nothing to be super excited about, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And that they're quite obvious when you see them. Yeah. So it's fascinating. And some people see them in rooms, like Soleil has. So you can either catch them out of the corner of your eye, or you'll actually look again and see them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's a little visit from either loved ones or little spirit beings. I think they're positive.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. The orbs, they're usually very positive.
Yeah.
So we have an interesting question.
Yes, positive, because that Ace of Wands just came up, Soleil. So yes.
I'm trying to find the question, but anyway, it was about Mona Lisa.
Oh, okay.
And where is it? I can't find it. But if we've ever talked about the Mona Lisa.
No, we have not.
No, we haven't.
No.
So she was saying if there was a entity behind it, I think.
An entity.
Oh, here it is. I found it. It was pink light.
Okay. Hi, pink light.
Yeah. Is there an entity behind it?
Is there an entity behind it? I actually went and saw the Mona Lisa when I was in Paris. Obviously, everyone goes, and I was so disappointed.
Me too.
I was like, it's behind this big box, and it's like, it was like, and I was going, oh, okay. So to me.
Yeah, so that's why she's asking, because it's like people are fascinated with this painting, but it's like, really?
Yeah. So, and it's meant to be because the eyes follow you. Is that like around the room? And I did do that, and they did follow, like the way they were painted. It looked like they were looking at you the whole time. But okay, let's just see if there's anything behind it that might have been a little bit of a low vibration.
I want to find out if he was a man, because
okay, let's just see. We'll see first. We'll do first.
This one first.
Okay, interesting. This is really interesting. Usually my cards just pop hot. There isn't much going on, so this is really interesting. Oh, there could have been something there, because that Three of Swords came up, and like I said, there was nothing popping, and it's usually pop, pop, pop. And that one wants to come up too. Wow. So we've got our Temperance card with that. So there could have been something going on that was not positive for the person painting it, okay, or for for the Mona Lisa, whatever. Because that can then of course be picked up in the painting. The energy can be picked up in the painting. So that's what that's telling me. So someone was not in a great space. Maybe when they were painting it, there was something going on, and that can bring through that darker energy. Yeah. So now let's see. You want to ask if Lisa was a what's the male
man.
name? Yeah, a Liam.
An Ellis.
Yeah, Alice was Lisa. Yeah. So was Lisa in that painting true female? Imagine that. Okay. Oh, interesting. Hang on. Just getting this last one to just This is interesting because we've got two males. So we've got our Knight of Pentacles, who's bringing a message very strong, but then the Three of Wands, and then this, which is the Sun card. So yeah, so I mean, because back in those days, they didn't do a lot of paintings of like males in that sort of situation. It was mostly females. So I'm wondering if they used her. Yeah, don't worry about it. No, it's not, because I was tuning in to see. No, she just looked masculine, because back then it was actually very plain, looking plain, but having a little bit of chub on you was actually perfect. So we'll go with the female.
Okay, and was she Leo's lover then?
Ooh, Kibu. Oh, let's see. Maybe that's why he was cranky, because he wasn't getting any. Maybe that's why the dark energy was in the painting. Who knows? Let's see. Are they lovers? So we've got that one come up. So there was something new. There was a new aspect to their relationship. Okay. But the Chariot's there. So to me, yeah, there could have been. I mean, I'm still feeling like he was family, yeah, but it moved on. So something definitely happened. So that was different. So whether they did, but then it moved on, because that Wheel of Fortune is there. They're both moving on cards. So interesting. Yeah. So they might have had a little liaison, we could say. Yeah. I keep getting who was she? Was she the sister of someone he knew? Does anyone know the actual? I can't remember the story behind it, because I kept getting it was like a family that was known to each other. I'd love to know.
Interesting.
Juicy gossip. Yeah, it is. This is fun. So, yeah. So look, who knows? I think they might have had a little tryst.
Interesting. So since I don't have any other questions, going back to the moon, is there anybody inside of it right now, or did they clear that out? I know they cleared out the surface, but I'm wondering now if the inside is still being used.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Yep. Is it still covered with the plasma and used inside? Is it being?
Yeah. Is it being used inside?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like they were for a while, but then the Ten of Swords has come up, so it doesn't feel like it's actually been. And they were quite hot when I went to pick up cards. They were the hot ones. No, so it's still like it's very hidden, and it feels very secretive. But I feel like it's actually finished. So yeah, there might be someone occasionally in there, because that Two of Pentacles is 50-50, asking. Is there anyone there? No, I feel like it's very if there is, it's not many. It's like very, very low key.
So since it was created and not organic, does that mean it has like an expiration date? Like, like
Like a can of sardines.
I don't know, like it'll start disintegrating, I guess.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see. Does it have a time? Yeah, is it in danger of, or of whatever? Does it have a time frame with it? Got the moon card again. We hardly ever get that moon card. Justice card. I feel it's going to go when it's like right timing. It's almost like something's going to change or happen with it. It's just so I just keep feeling the two moons. Like the plays. There's something in front of it almost. Yeah,
Is it the dome?
King of Pentacles. So they've got it under control, whatever it is. So there's going to be something that changes with it. But it looks like, it's already been decided.
That's what I feel like. There's going to be a change. I just can't word what it is. Like I feel like either it's going to disappear or it's going to be taken away, or it's I feel something's going to be done with it. I just can't. I don't know how to word the question.
No, and that's what the cards were saying, because it had the Justice card next to the moon, and then it had the King of Pentacles. So there's already a much higher plan that's in place, and that's probably what you're picking up on. So, but I don't know what it is yet either. So
yeah. Okay, now we're changing tracks here and going to herbs from Trigel. Does it matter what species of sage is used for cleansing?
Okay, so tribal.
There are so many varieties.
There's so many varieties. I love the Australian bush sage. It's white sage and it's beautiful, and that's what I tend to use. But there's so many different types. It's like whatever really you like. So whatever smell you like. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I used to grow pineapple sage, and it was beautiful. It had these gorgeous little red flowers on it. You'd pick them. You'd bite the end off them and suck them, and it tasted like pineapple. So I used to throw them into my salads, but you could still dry the leaves and actually use them as a as a cleanser, because sage does have natural antibiotic type or antiviral type properties. So if people have been sick, you can sage your house, and it actually helps to cleanse the air, and So So I think it's a really personal choice, but I love our Australian white sort of bush sage here.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what the cards have to say. If the old sage is the same, or
and it depends. I would also stay local. I mean, I just like with fruits and foods and things, they say to stay seasonal and local. So just I'd use your intuition, but let's have a look and see. Is there a big difference between the sages that people can use? Interesting, because the Seven of Pentacles is about planting seeds. So to me, I was just getting, as I was asking that, it also depends on your intention as you're saging, as with everything. So whatever your intention is, that helps to seed it. So Page of Pentacles. So it's not so much that there's a big difference between the sage. It's our intention and how it's done. And what like the Three of Wands, this is looking out to the future, letting go of the past. So if we come in with that beautiful attitude or intention, then we're going to actually have a much better cleansing. So it's not the sage physically, it's how we do it and our intention as we do it.
Yeah, like with everything, right? It's the belief and the intentions that create the experience, right?
So spot on, absolutely. And I just saw something on there. So, and Kathleen B has said, what you like, and also helps to use local sources and local variety. But also we're supporting community, and I feel this is where what we're going to be doing a lot more of, is supporting local community. So imagine if you grew sage and then dried it and then had it for people to be able to use in your area.
Yeah,
I love that. And I think this has to be our mindset now as well, is how can we support our local community?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see. Teresa was wondering if it's the smoke that's doing the cleansing or just the herb itself.
Well, Teresa, it's interesting because sage as well, if people have got what do you call it? You know, you get infected sinuses, and some people like antibiotics won't touch it, nothing's touching it. What I find personally has worked well, and I've watched other people have huge success, is using herb tea. So you get like sage tea, you use about half a teaspoon in a inhalation, a hot inhalation. You do that twice a day, and usually within a couple of days it's really helped and improved. So it is actually, as a herb, a natural sort of antibiotic. So
Wow.
even honestly, even one of my doctors years and years ago, I met this doctor and I just started in a new territory, and I went, oh gosh, you look, what's going on? You don't look very well. And she went, oh, I've got these sinuses. She said they're so infected. She said I've been on antibiotics for like 4 weeks, nothing's moving it. I went, right, try this. And I gave her that little recipe to use. She rang me 3 days later and went, it's nearly gone, Maree. She said, I can't believe it. So I even converted a GP into using it. So it does work. So yeah, but
You just put, you're saying putting sage on water and boiling it? Is that what you mean?
tea. So you get sage tea chopped up. So you can use your own dried sage, but sage tea, and then yeah, about half a teaspoon into, you know, do you know how to do a steam inhalation? Where you just got to be careful with it. There are some you can buy inhalations to do it with,
Inhalers, yeah.
but through the steam. But yeah, and just really hot water, but make sure you got a towel protecting it, and then you pop it over your nose, and you do that for as long as you can, like whether it's 4 or 5 minutes. Do it a couple of times a day, and that will really help. So so great little tip.
Yeah, and
Let's
is that you mean like the kind where you put the towel over your head
Yeah,
and over the pot
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you smell
And
this?
just keep your eyes closed. Sometimes,
Yeah.
or you can hold the towel here and do it over the hot water that way.
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever works for you. So I don't like to have my eyes in it. So just whatever works for you guys. Or you can buy a proper little steam inhalation device thing that they've got these days. I'm just old school. We just grew up doing that. So I'm old school. But yeah, so Teresa, I would say it's both. I would say it's the herb and the smoke. Of course, the smoke's dissipating it out through your room. I love saging around my bed because when we're dreaming, we do drop a lot of, dross and stuff. We're clearing. So I
Mm-hmm.
love saging around my bed. So it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Look what Pink Light says. Someone asked a question about the young lady that was kidnapped during the
Oh,
last live. You were right. She actually staged her abduction.
I can't even remember that. Isn't it
Me
funny? Because
either.
when
I
I'm
don't
channeling,
remember it either.
but when I'm channeling as well, I don't remember like what's coming through. Oh, well, thank you, Pink Light, for giving us feedback. Now, the other thing as well, and like that's something that happened on, that's so fascinating. Remember, we were asking about if Disney owned the rights to the Sound of Freedom, and it came up that yes, they did, and we were going, oh, maybe they'll put it out. They did own. I didn't know this, but they did own the rights. But then it got put out by that star, by the actual company that ended up putting it out. They held it up for all this time.
Yep.
So there you go. So I didn't that. So that's why it's got to be so careful how we ask questions, because it comes up with an answer, but I'm presuming that it's sort of one particular way. So
Yeah.
thanks, Pink Light. It's nice to get feedback. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So they've
Yeah.
obviously found that out. That's so
Interesting.
cool. It is interesting.
Okay. Maple Tree.
Angel Studios, yeah.
Was Leonardo da
Mm.
Vinci into alchemy?
Okay, so maple tree alchemy can mean a lot of things. So we can have alchemical responses that go on in our body. Alchemy can be creating something. That's what it usually means. Is an alchemist is someone that actually creates. So let's have a look and see.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see if he
thinking
liked
that's what it
alchemy.
means.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Leonardo liked his alchemy. Oh, yeah, looks like it. Got our King of Pentacles. So he did like playing with stuff. Yep. Wow. It's so interesting with him. The cards change their energy. when I'm tuning into. Fascinating. The Lovers card. So yeah, this is creating something, bringing things together. So I'd say this is a very big yes, maple tree. Yeah. So, and the Hierophant. So this is someone that likes authority, has control over things. So he liked to I suppose if we're asking about alchemy, that's what he liked to do. Yep, 8 of Pentacles. He worked on that quite a lot.
So Maree, are we allowed to, can we use the cards to talk to dead people like Leonardo da Vinci?
I prefer not to. I prefer to just directly go through my higher self God and then tune in that way, so that it's I don't really not really use the cards like that.
Okay.
So I tend to just do the
mediumship thing.
Yeah.
Straight up mediumship.
I mean, you could do it, I suppose. The card, you could do it, and there's the angel card. Funny.
Yeah.
So no, it just felt like so Pink Lights just asked why the card's changing. It just felt like the energy changed when we were asking questions about Leonardo, which is really fascinating, because sometimes you might notice when someone asks the questions and I'm sort of tuning into it, I'll have my head tingling and I'll have frequency coming through and I'll be going, oh my gosh, this is huge. So, maybe it's just, I don't know, something had just settled. There wasn't as much energy around the cards.
Oh, well, that's kind of what made me think of like talking to dead people through using the cards. Yeah.
But I prefer to just keep it really pure than even using a tool with it. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So was Da Vinci on the bad side? Was he part of the elites, like the Illuminati?
Yeah. Let's have a look and see, Triangle. I like that question. Okay, now it's buzzing. Oh yeah, baby. 3 of Cups. Yes, he was.
Interesting.
However, this is interesting because I was told to pick up the next card as well, and it's the 8 of Cups, which is walking away. So, I feel that maybe at one point he actually did a bit of a leaving the situation, which is really interesting. But that 3 of Cups, to me, we know what, that can mean. Yeah, like being a full part of it. Yeah, look at that Hermit. He did a little bit of it. He did a change somehow. Because he did move around a lot too, didn't he? He traveled a lot, from what I read. Who knows if it's true or not? But yeah. So I reckon he actually he did a swivel.
Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
All right. That's about all the questions we had. I was going to ask you, have you received any dreams for this Sunday?
I've got one, but that's all. So so guys, if you've had dreams, pop them up, send them to me on email. I am at magicmaree.com, and we'll put them up. Even if you can't be there live, we'll talk through them. And Zan's away this week, but I've got a beautiful friend, Tracy. She's an Ayurvedic. She does burnout coaching, and she's into Ayurvedic, which is a Indian.
I might have some questions for her.
Yeah, good. So just even if you got questions for her, pop them through. And I wanted to share stuff on a screen, but I can't get my presenting screen to share because there's something locked somewhere, and I've looked everywhere and can't find it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But but she's amazing, and it's really interesting because she's going to talk about our Ayurvedic type. Like there's 3 what we call doshas, and she's going to keep it really simple so you can sort of work out where you sit. Then the type of food we eat, but then the dreams. And she said because it really can affect our dreaming. So I think it'll be amazing, and we'll still decode dreams because she does dreams as well. All my friends do dreams, I've started to realize.
Okay, so they're asking for, what's your email again?
I am at Magic Maree, MAGICMAREE, .com. I am at magicmaree.com.
Okay.
So pop that through, or if you can fit it in the comments beforehand, that's fine as well. Okay.
Wait. Okay. Let me ask. So, are we talking about the letter I, the letter I-A, the letter M, or is it just the letter I and the letter M?
I-A-M.
I-A-M. Okay.
Yes.
I-A-M at magicmaree.com. Okay.
Yes. Correct.
All right. Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So and it's so cool because I think we can learn so much. And I love. Have you heard of the medical medium Anthony
Yes.
Williams?
Mhm.
Yes, he even has a shot like made up of different berries and things that he said helps you to have clearer dreams. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Pink Light says, it doesn't work when you leave it in the comments beforehand. Yeah, I tried it and that didn't work for me.
Oh,
So
so okay, it doesn't
I
work.
know it
Why is
worked for
that?
you, but it didn't work for me.
Okay, all right. So okay, so we'll just
I don't
email me
know.
then. That's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So email is better for
yeah,
sure.
email me for sure.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Beautiful. All
Um,
right.
all right. So, Joanna Lee, we will ask that question when we come back, or maybe Maree just can quickly tell you mediumship wise what
What's the
she gets.
question? Can you?
So the question is if August is still the month for the RV humanitarian funds to be released.
Okay, let
So
me just. Okay, I'm just going to tune in and see. So on this current timeline, with the way things are going, yeah, let's have a look into the actual release of the bonds and
I thought you
funds.
already had some dates.
Yep, just choosing. So what I'm getting, this is just through the kinesiology, and this is for this timeline where we're at right now, is in August. It's almost like the bonds are got to be the first ones to be actually to go, and then it's later in September when the actual RV type situation will happen. We've got to have the huge takedown first, or it's not going to work anyway. It just won't. You can't put that sort of thing into the system as it works now. So that's got to happen first. Okay, there's got to be a situation first before they come out. But right now at this time, that's what I'm getting. And I keep asking, and I just go, okay, just let me know, are we on track? At the moment, that's the track we're on. But you don't hold me to those dates because
Yeah,
they
because
will
it's
flip.
changed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's changed before.
Yeah, it has. So yeah.
Yep.
But that's where
All
we're at
right.
right now. So Joanne.
All right. Thank you, everybody. See you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
See you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.